Just let's not be watch snobs, okay? Let's appreciate all kinds of watch brands and respect watchmakers at their best. Hello and happy National Day to everyone. Singapore is now 57 years old, so we are growing well. Congratulations for reaching such a milestone and having a great holiday as well. The previous time I covered this, it was part 1 of underrated watches. I covered Sterling Original, which is a watch brand that falls under the affordable price range. I like to cover the luxury price bracket, and one brand that under the radar as well is Pierre Kunz. And featured right here today is a timepiece called the Spirit of Challenge. It is a Pierre Kunz chronograph, reference G403 Sports, 45mm. It is a PVD bronze stainless steel, as you can see on the case, and there's a signed screwed case back and is silicone rubber bracelet as well with a double folding clasp. It is an automatic, and this obviously is not your usual kind of movement. It is a double retrograde. So, and also it's a limited edition of 250 pieces, and this was made in 2015. And to be honest, not everybody is comfortable with the skeleton look. However, it really reveals the beauty of this watch. As you can see, the double retrograde chronograph, time, and a singular AM/PM indication on the dial. The really unique thing about this watch is when it strikes 12, either the AM or PM, the switch happens. You can see the hour markers move at that time. So it's quite cool and it's quite unique. You can tell it's quite chunky as well. It's a huge one, it's a huge beast, right? It's meant for collectors and watch nerds like me. A little bit of history of Pierre Kunz. So Pierre Kunz was a watchmaker master who went to the usual Swiss watch schools, and he first worked at a place called Victor Piguet Company. They primarily made complicated mechanisms, but not many knew of their name, and as they never made watches under the name. However, they made complex basic mechanisms, parts and movements such as repeaters, perpetual calendars, one-button chronographs, all that jazz. Yeah. So Pierre Kunz, he made all these things. He protéged under them. Obviously, he became an expert, and he was very much in charge of making such sophisticated mechanisms. He moved on to Franck Muller, and he was given an opportunity over there in that company to start his own brand. And that's how Pierre Kunz came around. In 2002, he released his first collection under the Pierre Kunz brand, and it was there where he debuted at the WPHH, which is the world presentation of Haute-Horlogerie. I hope I got that right. I didn't butcher that word. Okay, so yeah, it's a big deal, right? If you made such watches for a long time and you release your own models, it's a sign of recognition in the Swiss watch industry. After 20 years of watchmaking, he realized his specialization and the passion for his retrograde movements. Essentially, what is a retrograde, guys? Okay, so a retrograde essentially is a difficult complication where the hands move gradually in an arc. In a particular direction in an arc, as opposed to a circular motion, which is what you usually see on chronographs. When it reaches the end, it will jump back to the beginning. It usually bounces back after 12 hours. Let's explore some pros and cons of this brand, and today I'll enlist the help of my good friend, Uncle Teo. So
hello.
Let's welcome Uncle Teo here. Yes, okay, and let's hear it.
Never heard of this brand.
Okay.
Never heard of this brand.
All right. Yeah, this brand has never been heard of actually because it's not popular. It's not in the mainstream. Considered an artisan brand than anything else. They didn't spend a lot on enormous marketing like the big brands.
I don't like the design.
Okay.
The design.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the skeleton dial design is a complicated movement. It reveals a complicated movement. And it's not for everybody. Okay, what's next?
Wow. Too expensive.
Oh, yes. When the initial collection first came out, Spirit of Challenge here was retailing at 21,000 USD. Because it's understandable, because the retrograde movement is hard to make, the premium materials that they were used to make this watch. However, prices go up and down, as you know, in this crazy world of watches now. But in the current market, yeah, at around 12 to 15,000 Singapore dollars, which is about 10,000 USD, by the way. Let's go into the pros of this watch brand. So, Uncle Teo, take it away.
The quality, not bad.
Exactly the point. The materials used here and the craftsmanship that Pierre Kunz put into this watch and its range of watches, you can tell that the quality is there. You can feel it. The brand is legit. Although he has been quite quiet lately in the last few years, but I hope it will come back and do something soon.
What, the design is very unusual.
Yeah, it is unusual in a way because, as I mentioned, the retrograde movements are not for everybody. The dial is not something you normally see, so it is quite unique and unusual. For watch nerds like you and I, you appreciate this kind of design. The more time you spend with it, the more time you hold it, you actually fall in love with it. Let's hear the last pros.
Then the movement is retrograde.
Yeah, so the retrograde movements, when you spot such movements, it is a unique work of art on its own. It's not easy to make, yeah, so a lot of brands out there do have retrograde movements, you just gotta look out for it. I hope you enjoyed this coverage of the underrated watches to give other brands a chance, and you have a lot of options out there, right, as watch lovers. So enjoy your hunting, enjoy your search for your new timepiece, and remember, just let's not be watch snobs, okay? Let's appreciate all kinds of watch brands and respect watchmakers at their best. So this has been Salarywatchman. I hope you enjoyed my video so far. Remember to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. It is growing still, so please tell your friends about it. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and till my next one, take care and bye bye.